Man, it's running slow today. All right, let's get started, shall we? Every morning, got to fix the sides of the wings. Got to pull the wings back in. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning. I don't know what I joined. I just joined something where I was the only person there. So,
That's weird.
yeah, I just left and found this. I figured.
I don't know where'd you find that link at?
Well, I clicked my calendar, but I don't know. I don't know. It was at 8 o'clock on my computer, so I
Stephanie's
don't know.
finding phantom meetings.
I am.
Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Anthony. We'll
Good
start our day
morning.
off. Yesterday, everyone showed up between 8:01 and 8:07, so I'm sure more people
Oh,
showing up. But you guys are here on time and ready to go. So I want to hear from you. What are your wins? Something you're proud of. Remember, we're focused on the small things, small increments every day.
mine's personal. I've started volunteering at Tu Nidito. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's to support grieving children. And had some really powerful connections with there and trying to build community too. So felt good to be there helping kids. I don't get to be around kids a lot. So
Good. That's awesome. It's probably a really good way to meet people too. David Urbaniak does a lot of charity and community stuff like that, and he gets a ton of referrals from it. So
yeah, I think it's like everything, right? It takes some time. People get to know you, and I'm feeling that within the group of facilitators, we're all starting to get to know each other outside of that world a little bit. So yeah, that feels like it's happening naturally.
love that for you. Love that for you.
You know my struggles.
I do. I love that. Well, good morning, Gracie. And Gracie's dog or cat. Can't tell.
Um,
She's black.
no,
You look good in red, Gracie.
oh, thank you.
Their eyes are like, stop it. All right, Josh, what's your win for this week?
Um, I would say I did an open house over the last weekend, and this could be potentially like my first client for the buying side. So they got pre-approved and everything, not really working with the agent. We had like such a really good connection, and then I followed up with them, and then they were telling me exactly what they were looking for, gave me like an exact time frame, and wanted me to start sending them houses and stuff. So I think that went pretty good.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Got to start somewhere. Any other win celebrations?
I knocked 200 doors this week.
Dang, girl. How do your knuckles feel?
They feel good.
Good. That's awesome. 200 doors is a fantastic opportunity. Were you leaving behind any kind of material on the people that didn't answer?
Yeah, I made market updates for Del Cerro in San Diego because there's been a lot of activity specifically in that neighborhood. So I just had a list of a couple just sold and a couple just listed, and then average like benchmark prices for single family condo and townhomes, and then a QR code for a property valuation.
Nice. Let us know how that goes and how many people actually click on it and engage that way. That's great.
I got I didn't get a property valuation booked yet, but I did get 6 emails added to my database
There
for
you go.
market updates, the biweekly one.
That's awesome. Mikey's sharing with us in the old note chats. If home prices didn't go down after 30-year low of home sales last year, they aren't coming down now. If real estate commissions didn't go down after the NAR settlement last year, they aren't coming down. The future is even brighter than you could imagine. Go all in. There's the truth. I mean, that's a great thing, Mikey. We saw less houses sold last year, more sellers freaking out, But why didn't home prices come crashing down?
Still a shortage, supply and demand.
Yeah, still a shortage. There's still like a 6 million home shortage. Why do you think there's so many apartment complexes going up?
And
Anyone else notice that?
there's another new one over going upriver and Latroy area.
Yeah. There's giant apartment complexes going up everywhere. How do you solve a housing problem? With medium density housing. Let's say you have a neighborhood with quarter acre lots. Actually, probably not even that. You got a tenth of an acre on most lots. So you can put 10 houses on an acre. So how many families can live in that acre? 10. Pretty simple, right? Unless you're doubling up families and you're just packing people in, right? Everyone's sleeping everywhere. You got 15 people in a household. That's crazy.
It
But if you
happens.
have an apartment's got, I don't know, a third of that in total space. So you can put 30 people on an acre, maybe even more if it's a high vertical. I've seen apartment buildings that are 20-story high. I don't think we're going to put those in Tucson, but they're in Denver, where you had 20 different floors with 5 or 10 different apartments per floor. 200 people in an acre. You start solving housing a lot faster. But does everyone want to live in an apartment? Some people don't care, but a lot of people do. They're like, no, I don't want to live in an apartment. I don't care if you call it a luxury apartment. I don't want to live there. It's still an apartment. I don't want to rent forever. I want to own. So that only solves part of the problem. That's for people that want to rent. So if the prices didn't crash, if the market didn't crash, if our jobs as real estate professionals didn't completely change when there was so much exposure to it, why are we afraid? What are you worried about? So, good point. Well, this morning, it's Friday, which means you guys literally have today to start your weekends off right. So, what are you going to do different today, tomorrow, and Sunday so that when we come back on Monday, we can talk about some really big wins?
I'm holding my first weekday open house
There you go. Today,
today, 3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Listing.
Little evening open. I love it. What else? Come on, guys. This is the interactive part of our programming. This isn't Netflix. I'm not going to ask you if you're still there. I'm going to keep asking you questions until you show up.
I still tried to find an open house for this weekend. Plenty of times I asked like 15 people, and the same thing. Most of them are either going pending or they just don't allow other agents to hold their listings open. So I was thinking about door knocking tomorrow too, but also this will be my 11th day working. So I'm kind of like, maybe I should take like a little weekend break to just come back strong and do open houses the following weekend. So I'm still deciding.
There
But I
you go.
am door knocking today again.
Door knocking today. And are you doing any live footage or any video footage around you door knocking or being out there in the community?
No, I haven't actually.
Racy.
But I will.
Okay. I mean, I had some photos at a house yesterday, and I just popped on a live real quick and walked through the house and just had fun with it. I don't understand Mikey's comments. He said Ray Ray. Don't get that at all.
That's Ray's name.
Oh, is it Ray's? Oh, the photography guy's name is Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
I love that chandelier, the parrots. That was funny.
Wasn't that cool?
I
Honestly,
do caravans.
what was that?
Oh, I was gonna say I do caravans every week and I take all my content in one day and I try to post every single day, but I haven't thought about specifically. I I mean, I guess I have. I last week I posted a picture of me door knocking, but I don't like do lives or anything like that.
And why not?
I don't know, I just don't think about it. I'm just out there doing it. But I did take a video of a really cool house yesterday that was held open, and it has a 20-foot waterfall in the living room. And so I had to go check it out. And I got some really cool videos of that, but no door knocking videos.
20-foot waterfall in the living room.
That's pretty legit.
But you know
That's
what?
pretty
I think this is a
legit.
pretty cool house.
I
and
like
think
having
you
the
should come check it out.
random things like that because that's what people connect with. So, guys, talk about exposure. You're doing real estate stuff. People hate just the everything's a real estate post. Everything's a real estate post. So have some fun with it. Do a video of what you're doing out there, finding the 20-foot waterfalls. That's huge. That's crazy. Just checked on this. 959 views in 12 hours. Not bad. And I can tell you that it's not professionally done, but you're having fun with it. Go door knock with a friend so you guys can hold the camera for each other and showcase the park that you're walking by. Or, God, I love this neighborhood. Look at all these beautiful houses. It's so quiet, so pristine. Look at the views, all these things. And people fall in love with that. And then they'll fall in love with you. And then you're going to do all the real estate. You're going to be so busy, you're going to have to hire 63 assistants. What are you doing now? Right? What are you doing right now that you could just add a little flair to, a little insight, a little excitement? Not that we get 1,000 views on our YouTube videos, but do you think people come across it and they're like, oh, look at all this content out there from real estate stuff? Just because every morning we put it on live. Isn't the little bits that add up? It's the little bits that add up. We're talking tiny things here and there.
Jason had a nice post yesterday that made a real story out of it, out of helping his seller.
Jason, tell us more about it.
Well, my seller was having a really hard time with selling her house. Her husband owned it for many years, and that was her connection when he passed away. So it says, closing a chapter, opening new doors. Today was a bittersweet for my client as she closed on the sale of her late husband's home. This house was more than just a place. It was a connection to him, filled with memories and love. He always said the pride of ownership. So I had that in quote. Letting go was not easy. She cried the whole time when we were signing papers. She always believed Pepper would be the one to sell the home. And true to her instincts, Pepper knew she needed comfort today. So staying right by her side. So it's a picture of Pepper laying next to her and me by the Pioneer title. And then what makes this journey even more special is how we connected. She was a referral from a past client who was a referral from a friend. And now this client has referred 2 more referrals to me. Many hugs. She always would say that after every call. Many hugs. Love you. So that's why I said it. And then this is why I do what I do, not just to sell homes, but to be there for my clients in every season of life.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks.
Mini hugs. Like many? Like a lot of, or tiny? Like mini?
Well, she's mini, but she lots of hugs.
Lots of tiny hugs.
Yeah.
Mini hugs. Well, Jason, I don't want to ever hear some bullshit from you again saying I can't read. That was beautiful. Well done.
Thanks.
So, we make it about other people. Stories about them. Have fun with it. So, back to the question at hand. What are you going to do to help set yourself up for success so that come Monday, we can have some bigger wins? Going once. Going twice. Serena, what are you going to do? You thought I was just gonna let it go? No, I'm calling on you people.
I'm driving. I'm doing an open house in Vale, and I'm go right before the open house. I'm going to be doing a lot of door hangers around the neighborhood, inviting the neighbors over for an open house.
Nice. I got a new listing coming soon in Cerrito or in Rancho, not Rancho Cerrito, in Rita Ranch next weekend. That'll be a fantastic one. It goes the live that we did. So if you want another one next week, let me
Yes,
know.
I'll take that. I like the area.
Okay, Jessica, what are you gonna do?
I'm doing my first open house this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, so I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. Did you coordinate with Eric to get those signs?
I did, but he didn't give like a specific like I called him yesterday and I was going to the office because I was like in that area and I was hoping that he would drop them off, but he's like, "Oh, I don't know, probably later on today or in the morning." So I'll probably so I ended up leaving because I was there at the office just waiting for an hour. And then I left, but I'm probably gonna go back today.
What a punk. What a punk.
But I actually had a question. So I'm doing the open house for like a group through Keller Williams. And do I have to enter in my own key number for the key box?
When you open the key box, yeah.
Yeah. So do I ask them to give me one or
No, you should have your super key from the MLS.
I use my super key number?
Yep, that's how you get the access to the doors. Just pull the key out of the box and make sure you keep protection of it.
Okay.
But if they have a separate code, I have come across that. Make sure there's not a gate code or something like that.
Oh no. It's
Or yeah, see what they call a CBS code on the lockbox.
yeah.
So, what else, guys? Come on, I want you to really think about what are the small things you can do between now and Sunday night to help you launch into the weekend. I know, Jan, it's the weekend. I don't want to work. I'm not asking you to work. I'm just asking you to do something different that might put you in a position of success.
I'm going to network with people no matter where I am. So like if I go to a cafe or a restaurant or yoga or whatever, just start conversations.
I love it.
Because I did that on Friday and I actually got a client lead from it that I'm helping get it pre-approved right now. Just from like a random 1 minute conversation. So I'm like, I should have just been doing this the whole entire time, but I think I need to just remind myself to just be having real estate conversations all the time, even when I'm not working.
Real estate is a job where we're always working, but we're not always working.
Mhm.
I'm sitting here on a Friday in a nice t-shirt. I know I don't look very professional today. I'm not dressed up at all. I'm working from home, which means y'all get work from home, Dan. But later today, I might have 53 phone calls and text messages with people across the country talking about real estate on different paths. I might go to a networking event. Also looks like the grocery store. But if you always look at it as an opportunity to grow and develop, you'll be in that frame of mind. A lot of your guys' networking event has a big green and white sign on it, and they give you delicious treats in round drinks and misspell your name. If you guys know, anyone got a guess where that networking event is?
Starbucks.
Starbucks, right? It's the Starbucks networking event. But see, like Gracie said, is like, I just forgot to do it. I could have been doing this the whole time, striking up conversations. One of the little things you can do to help yourself be more successful in the next 3 days is everywhere you go, make it a plan to go say hi to somebody. Make a friend. I want you to get 5 pieces of contact information this weekend. And how are you going to get that? By not talking to new people. Make friends everywhere you go. Go to the grocery store, that looks like a networking event. Getting coffee, getting breakfast, networking event. Well, Dan, I'm not you. I can't just strike up conversations with random people. I want you to think about that sentence. I'm a 6'3", 350-pound bald man that looks like he stepped out of a locker room after a bear fight. I'm not the most approachable person. But what do I do to make myself more approachable and friendly? You smile and you say hi. You notice something about them and you make a comment about it. Man, I really like that sweater. Or in Gracie's case, I can't stand the 49ers. I have made friends by making jokes. I am not a Seahawks fan. Probably the furthest thing from it. So when I'm in public and I'm at a grocery store meet and greet, I come across someone standing next to me in line. It's a long line, and they're wearing a Seahawks jersey. I can be like, "Well, I know you and I'll never be friends," and they laugh. I introduce myself. I talk to them. It doesn't take much to start a conversation. Smile at people. See if they'll smile back. Meet and greet. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. There's a great book I talk about all the time, How to Make Friends and Influence People. How to win friends and influence people. You make it about them. Building rapport is identifying things that you and they have in common. Notice my haircut, right? What is special about my haircut? I'm bald. Yes, thank you.
You don't need one.
I have opened up conversations with people and they look, I mean, other bald men with beards, we're probably not the most friendly looking either. I'm saying there's just something about this style that says, don't talk to me. And I hit him with the, hey man, I love your haircut. You can see how it breaks tensions. Ladies, do you like purses, jewelry, clothing? I love your blank. I'm Stephanie. Nice to meet you. Mikey can pull that shit off too. I love your purse. I'm Mikey. Nice to meet you. Jason definitely can. When he had his pink beard, that was amazing. Am I oversimplifying the thing, guys? Go out there this weekend. The one thing I was looking for is I was looking for someone to say they were going to challenge themselves to do more. I'm just challenge myself to do more. If you're comfortable sitting at home doing nothing, that's fine. Hit up 3 to 5 people per day on your Facebook friends that you don't talk to commonly. Do a 10-5-1. Go interact with 10 different posts, likes, comments, shares, whatever. 10 interactions. Send 5 of those people direct messages. And post one thing. One little video, one little short clip. Can you do that? By show of hands, with the 4 people that I can see on the call, thank you for being part of the visual experience that we enjoyed today. A show of hands, who's actively gone and looked at 10 different people's pages to interact with them in a purposeful manner to create relationship? Exactly.
Yeah, not lately.
Exactly. But we have hundreds of people on here that we can just send a message to. I just did. It took me that long to send a message. Doesn't take long. Don't utilize the couch for anything other than building business. Amanda Clark, she's been on this call before. She's one of our top agents, top luxury agents. Her day, if she doesn't have appointments, looks like her sitting on the couch or in bed with her phone out, going through social media, connecting with people, going through her phone and texting and calling and chatting with people. She just sits there in her comfiest socks with a nice cup of whatever she's drinking and sends messages. Hundreds and hundreds of messages. And I'm not kidding when I say hundreds, because we had her track one day. 237 different people got a text message in one day. Come here, dude. What's the matter? Come here. You're not scared. Everyone say, Stone, quit being scared.
Don't be scared, Stone.
Dude, you're wearing a llama shirt. You're not scared. Come here. Come here. Yeah, that did it. All right. Say hello, everyone.
Hi.
It doesn't take much, guys.
I was chatting with Chris Warren in the office, and he was sharing about an agent up in Scottsdale whose whole method is just taking people to lunch. She doesn't do social media. She just has lunch appointments constantly, and she's always giving out her card. And her
I do
whole
not have the
business is
wasteland for that.
done. Well, it's just saying that's her strategy.
I know, and we talk about people in lead generation all the time, and some agents will say, I don't lead gen. Well, no, because your lead gen looks like going to lunches, going to parties, going to networking events, doing charity events. The things that you do anyways as a passion in your life is your lead generation, because you're doing so purposely and you have a very busy social calendar. For some of us who don't have very busy social calendars, we have to put ourselves in positions to meet more people. That's why I say, look at everything as a networking event. Like Gracie later is going to go to the Starbucks networking event. I just saw that big ass yawn, so she better get some caffeine. I am at the Big Rock family networking event, so I get to use the sweetest little things in my toolbox to talk to people, even though he's a grumpy little bear this morning. You just woke up? Daddy's been awake for hours. I don't care if today's a day off for you. You need to get up and do your chores. So that's what I want you to do this weekend to push yourselves to be more successful, is just connect. Go ask people, talk to them, make friends. If the goal is to talk to 10 people for real estate, then do so. If the goal is to make 10 friends to improve your social networks and your social calendar, then do so. I want you to make an intentional goal today, right now, moving into the weekend, and go do it.
I have
Right.
a quick question.
I have a slow answer.
All right, so this is kind of a little bit off topic maybe, but so like for buyer consultation, when you like or just consultation appointments in general, you want to meet with people. And I know some people like to do it, at coffee shops or, sit down and have, lunch. But if you wanted to go to the office, are we specific for that River and Campbell location? Because I stay on the east side and I did see like a location off of Kolb. Could I meet with them there? Or is that
Only if the office was open, you could. It's not after hours. We don't have the same door pads and digital lock system that we have in the main office, so you can access it 24/7. So
okay? I'll keep that in mind.
that's all to know. I love it when we're talking about one thing and it just strikes a confidence question in you guys. I'm okay with that. Left field, right field, not even on field. I'm okay with the questions, guys. Don't be afraid to ever ask. Ever. So now I ask you again. What are you going to do differently between now and Sunday night to put yourself in a better position to having a big win on Monday?
I'm gonna challenge myself.
Jessica's going to challenge herself.
Talk to more people this weekend.
I'm proud of you. Talk to more people. Do more, be more, get more. If just 1% of the people in our worlds did business with us, I think we'd be living like kings and queens. We just got to go find that 1%. Go find more people. Go create cheerleaders for you. And don't be a Seahawks fan. And if you're a Seahawks fan, I mean all of the disrespect. I'm just kidding. I really don't care that much. Have yourselves a fantastic Friday, guys. I'm excited. I'm elated. I'm overjoyed to hear the wins come Monday, because I know you're going to find some cool stuff. And don't be afraid. If the win is just, I got out of my comfort zone and said hi to 3 people Great. I'm proud of you for that. I want you to do something to challenge yourself. You know where you're at. You know how comfortable you are in those situations. Push yourself. Stay safe, have fun, make money. Any other questions, comments, concerns before I kick you out of here? Good job, guys. I'll see you on Monday.